Alright, Jesus. Longest break ever, am I right? God damn. Sorry I was gone for so goddamn long. It was just, you know, I had to get a proper meal. Oh my god, excuse me. Of course, it comes out. Of course it comes out right when I come back. Jesus Christ. I apologize for that, but, we're back. Hey, what's up? Our little companion, Snaky Sec, he was holding down the fort. He was sitting here watching all y'all. Simone, say, I'm watching you. So yeah, he was watching you guys. I don't know why I gave him that sort of accent and sort of way of speaking, but it is what it is. Okay, alright. Yeah, we're ready to go. So yeah, I took a long ass break because I need to get a proper meal, like I said. I was too hungry. I was like, fuck this, dude. I'm not gonna last the whole goddamn I'm not gonna last the whole goddamn stream. So yeah, I was just like, I need proper food. So I thought about it and I was like, I should get back there as quickly as possible, but then I was like, you know, if I'm making this for YouTube, I just cut this whole section out and then it's like, whatever, it's like nothing happened. So let's continue, shall we? I see the time, so we'll stop at about 9:15 for me. That's when I'll stop. Alright, so we finished the Limsa Lominsa intro for FF14 1.0. Now we're going into Gridania's. I assume they're all probably about the same length, about the same chunk of time, I don't know. But yeah, hopefully we'll get through it before the stream's over. So the next 2 hours will be Gridania. Let's do it! Audio's piping through, so audio check is good. Let's full screen it. Apparently the paths are gonna, according to what Battleron said just there, at the end of the Limsa chapter, the 3 city-state paths are gonna converge at Ul'dah with, well, whoever is Blackburn or maybe some other contact that takes you to what they were talking about. Something about a place called the Waking Sands or something they said. You hear the music though? It's like it's echoing through the sky, the song. It's a beautiful one. The singer's voice is beautiful.
Here.
It's all great. Oh shit.
Feel. Think.
Same words we heard on the ship during the Limbs intro. There's that meteor shower again. I can see why they showed the Limsa one first. Is that ship that crashes and catches fire before taking off again? The Imperial airship from the intro? The opening? The actual, like, cinematic opening? Or is that something else? That might be an actual meteorite. What the fuck? Something's watching us. Killers are in here. The hell? Who are these two that just fell out of the sky? Like, crossing their arms like, oh now what do I do?
Where are we? Near Gradonia, I think.
God,
Look
their
around.
voices.
It's obvious, isn't it? The quiet, the calm, the beautiful flowers. There's only one place it could be. The great beyond. I do believe we're dead, Papalymo.
Oh, Roger, take you and your great beyond.
See? Look, here's a psychopath come to guide us along. Nana, is that you?
And what would that make them? Your dearly departed childhood pets come to play fetch.
Always the cynic. Is it so? Oh,
Save your James, or it'll
So
be our
that's-
lives there, Becky.
over my dead body.
That's who was following us.
Some of this.
Damn. This game wastes no time. I'm guessing there was a mandatory fight.
Hit them harder!
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
Quest battle.
The air here feels so heavy.
Oh, Jesus.
12 be good.
Nice camera shot. Oh!
Perhaps we should.
It's munching on the wolves. Looking at us like we're dessert. Oh! This is one of Uematsu's tracks, I think, for FF14. I really wish they would reuse this. It's pretty cool. I think it is. I'm not sure. It could be a different composer. Either way, it's one of the unused tracks, or tracks that they just don't use that much anymore, if at all. Good song though. This is fucking intense. Damn! See? The fucking slow-mo, the stop motion. Oh wait, what the hell? It's not a camera parlor trick. This is actually all still real time. Something stopped time. Moogles! Look at these little cutie patooties. It's the tree ant still moving its eyes. They can manipulate time in space. Because we're floating. Well, we were floating there.
Hearken unto me. Relinquish thy wrath, and betake thee once more to thy vigil.
I missed that last line. What is
Relinquish
it?
Hearken unto me.
Warden of Arbor
Relinquish thy
Primeval.
wrath, and betake thee once more to thy vigil. The wood's fury is quelled. All is safe.
Oh. A welcoming committee? One so puny could not possibly have broken the hedge, Koopa. I have to voice over the Moogles because they just go poo 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 poo. So
Who are you calling puny, you pork-bellied runt? Forgive
oh
us.
goodness gracious me,
Tis not
Koopa.
oft those versed in Moogle speak fall from the sky. The elementals foretold your coming, and that the fate of this forest would rest with you. Come, we shall see you safely to Gridania.
Okay.
I knew today wouldn't be all bad.
Aye, we only nearly died, Bryce.
Only nearly. We're still alive, Papalimo. Ah. Such a beautiful song. I gotta find out the name. And the composer too. See who it actually is. I did that one. Singer would be nice too. Just did a great job. Somebody said I think the name of the song was Answers or something? A friend of mine told me that though, so I think that was a grain of salt. I know that Moogle calling, you know, that dude short. That is the pot calling the kettle black, isn't it? Who are you calling puny, you pot-bellied runt? That was a great comeback. God, the lighting is so different. Like, these are such familiar environments. Like, you know, because I play FF14. This area is still here. But everything looks so different because the lighting is so different, you know? I feel like the lighting was a lot darker back then. Mion. Hold on. Oh, thank you for that. There's my answer. My answer is yes, it's answers. My answer is it's answers. Alright, anyway. But yeah, I gotta look up the composer, eventually. The people who worked on that song. It's pretty iconic. Alright, here we go again. Let's hope the dialect here is a lot easier than Limsa Lominsa, yeah? I like the name of this chapter. Souls Gone Wild. The pop culture references they make, man. Some are obscure, some not so much. Yes. That era of late-night television, yes. I'll just leave it at that. So, here's the adventure I've been hearing so much about. Mion's my name, or Mother Mion as most call me, and the Carline Canopy is my place. Okay. Ah, now there's the look I know all too well. The look of a man newly come to Gridania, having narrowly escaped death or dismemberment in the doing. All you adventurers have that look at first, and you all come to my canopy wearing it. No doubt you've heard of how peaceful it is here in Gridania, protected as we are on all sides by the Twelveswood. Aye, Twelveswood. Though those born outside the forest still call it the Black Shroud. Why is that? Such a... I don't want to say it's an ugly name, but it sounds so... ominous, some sort of... It makes the place sound really dangerous and horrible. And yet it's so peaceful when you're there. Well, except for all that shit that just happened, right? I guess it is pretty dangerous, but it looks deceivingly... I guess that's the point. Anyway, I digress. Just don't come crying to this, mother, should it fail to live up to your expectations. I think she's kind of answering what I was... my conjecture there. Gridania is like any other living thing. She keeps her health by expelling foulness. And I mean no disrespect, lad, but... Please skip into this text a lot faster. But you are part of that foulness. An outsider. Gee, thanks. Well, you're very welcoming here, aren't you? You must have passed through the wood to get here. No doubt you've already witnessed her fury firsthand, no? Well, yeah. You could say that. Sort of. A moving tree? You mean to tell me you were attacked by a treant? And lived to tell the tale? I think we saw treants in FF13, I can't remember. Yeah, there was a treant there. Yeah, there were treant enemies and sort of near the beginning of the game. Of course, they look very different, though. Ah, so the Moogles came along and saved your hide, did they? Ah, you can always count on something extraordinary happening when they turn up. Yeah, they literally stopped time. By the gods. Next thing I know, you'll be telling me you're acquainted with these forest-beckoned outsiders all are talking about. Hmm? Them. And beckoned by the wood we were. Ida. And Papalimo. I know I prematurely dropped his name, but I couldn't help myself. It kind of just slipped out. Now we know their names, but I said it a little early. Or so your brother Isumi tells us as much. You? But you're so... Forgive me. This is all just a bit... I'm sorry, are you quite sure it was brother Isumi-yan who said this? If that's the dude with the horns who saved our asses. I think so. In so many words. To be honest, I haven't the slightest notion whether we are these souls beckoned by the wood the good brother spoke of or not. Well, you are welcome here in either case. Have you come to sup? There's good food and drink to be had, and conversation besides. That line sounds familiar. I feel like she says that at some point in Realm Reborn, actually. I don't know, though. No, thank you, as to the food and... No, said no, thank you. As to the food and drink, but conversation interests me a great deal. I understand this establishment oversaw the survey of the site where our airship came down in the forest. Oh, that's what that was. So it wasn't a meteorite, or... It was an airship, it wasn't an Imperial one, though. Like I thought. Well, if it's a first-hand account you're after, you'd be best off asking one of the adventurers who was dispatched. Give Mother a moment, and I'll find out what I can. Okay, Mother Mion. I told you we shouldn't have jumped. A rough landing in the forest, perhaps, but we'd have been greeted by Gridanians and brought here just the same. To go down with the ship or to jump from the sky. In hindsight, perhaps I was wrong. And here I thought you were supposed to be the smart one. Damn, the chirps. The wreckage is being taken to an Atelier Fen... What? To Atelier Fen Yil. Okay. It seems the remains of the ship and her crew were scattered, and in certain cases splattered all over the forest. Splattered? Pablo was like, splattered? And he passes the fuck out. Nice comedy. Ah, here you are. I'm having to pause a lot more often this time because they're actually mashing through the text a lot faster than they did in the Limsa chapter. I have come to insist that you are properly cleansed before you would enter the forest again. Brother Asumi will perform rites to rid you of the Green Wrath, though perhaps through no fault of your own, the hedge was brought down and the elementals were angered. The Green Wrath, the Green Rot. Is that related? I know the Green Rot was something that they talked about in Limsa. Could be something else. The sins you committed within the forest have sullied you. Neglect to cleanse yourself and the Green Wrath will find you again. This is known. Come, let us go. Okay. Just go ahead. Another cutscene here. It's like forward a bit of time. Not sure what to make of it all exactly, or if I even believe you, truth be told. You adventurers have been known to embellish the facts. Would be a deal easier to believe if you... Yeah, to believe if you had some sort of proof. Have you nothing to back your claims? Anything at all? A treant vine. Well, now this is convincing. Seems we can't send you packing just yet. If you were attacked by a treant, you must have more than a little wood sin. You'll need to be purified, else the Green Wrath will stay fixed on you. God, it's why I'm so nice, I'll never know. Fine, I'll see to it you get a spot in the next purification. Meanwhile, you do well to visit Camp Bent Branch. Attune with the Aetheryte there. It'll ease the burden of getting about while you're in Gridania. Here, I'll show you where it is on your map. Okay. And here, take this while you're at it. It's a link pearl. Use this and you can get in touch with me no matter where you are. To exit the city, just leave the canopy here and head east until you reach the Blue Badger Gate. It leads to the forest. If you get lost, just have a good look at that map of yours. If you still can't get your bearings after that, just use that link pearl and... Pause chat. I'll see what I can do. Right on. This here is Atelier Fenil. Home to the leatherworkers. Ours is the trade of working... I knew I was gonna... I tried to pause on time. The trade of working skin, hide, pelt, and fur into masterpieces what'll last for generations to come. Okay. Everything we work with here drew breath once. 'Tis enough to give a bloke pause to think. It is, aye. About life and all that shite. You get an existential crisis when you think about all the dead animals in here? Happy to show you around the shop here, providing you ain't wasting my time. I reckon an adventurer as green as you could stand to learn a thing or two. A tree ant vine? Well, don't that beat all. Just you stay there for a moment, mate. I've a mind to call in one of the masters for this. So this is kind of like... Excuse me, hold on. This is kind of like how in Limsa you had a fish in your pocket after Leviathan attacked the ship that you came in on. And then that guy suggests you go to the Fisherman's Guild. And then they start, you know... And that's where you start talking to them, and this whole thing happens. It's like a very parallel sort of flow in the story. What is it now? I haven't the time. I'm up to my neck in hides. Who's this then? Never seen you around. Ah, the nimble-footed adventurer who daringly escaped the raging tree ant. Yes, yes, we've heard all about you from Mother Mion. Okay, what you got? Take a look at this tree ant vine. Less than average quality, I'd say. And even 2,000 gil, no more. Now hear me out before you go trying to haggle yourself a deal. Okay. The Tollswood around Gridania is full of elementals. They reside in all things, like little clumps of life. They keep watch over all of us, both we forest-born and the beasts of the wood. We cannot simply hunt things down in the wood because they hunt us. In all things, the permission of the elementals is needed. You're saying I shouldn't have defended myself from the pack of wolves that was trying to eat me? Not that anybody would expect you to know any of that. It's just something you can gain an innate awareness of after living in Gridania for a while. That said, this tree ant vine isn't something that I'm eager to take. We have our reservations about using materials obtained without the permission of the elementals. Okay. The tree ant itself bore you no ill will. It was a green wrath that drove it to attack you. Perhaps you'd best have Brother Isumi or one of the other conjurers examine it. Master Jiva! Gods, Krim, you scared me half to death! What is it? How are the airship repairs coming along? There's something about this airship, Master. The workings are far beyond anything we've ever seen. What kind of people were riding in it, do we know? Strange ones, it seems. Are they from the Empire? Oh, Krim. That oafish pair of Chocobo's asses? I should think not. Don't go worrying yourself. These two have been beckoned here by the elementals, judging by the looks of it. The elementals? I'm sorry, Krim. I didn't mean to... You mustn't let that trouble you so. They're good people. Your parents, Sigurd and Una, both. The elementals will forgive them. You'll see. There are no bloody elementals. I know it. And I can prove it. Don't go running off into the wood now, you hear? It's dangerous in there. Where were we now? That weird sound effect. Whew. We've heard that multiple times already. Like even back in Limsa. Ah yes, I'll have a conjurer take a look at that tree ant vine you've got there. If it's something they can get some use out of, I'll see to it you get a bit more coin. How's that? I forgot he was still standing back there. Jesus. Ah, there you are. Well met. I am Oap Pessy. Pepsi Man. That's what I'm gonna call him for short now. Alright, Pepsi Man, what's up? Curious, you don't seem too taken aback by my horns. You must be familiar with Wee Pajal, then. I'm actually not, but okay. No need to introduce yourself. I know full well who you are, the unlucky adventurer, and unlucky you are to have come to Gridania at a time when the hedge was broken. Though gods know that happens far too often. Pepsi Man. My brain just sees Pepsi when I see all that Pepsi. Ah, forgive me. I suppose an explanation is in order. We conjurers of Gridania use our magic to weave a sort of barrier around the Twelveswood. It is a pact we share with the most ancient of the elementals. They protect our city, and in turn we protect them. That is why the hedge exists. Think of it as a symbol of our friendship. It's also what you and any other non-native to Grania have to thank for not being attacked upon entering the forest. At least you would have it to thank, had luck been with you. The hedge is the making of man, and therefore not perfect. It falls from time to time, or is broken by enemies of the wood. And so was the case just as you happened to come along. The green wrath was upon you by the instant you drew near, and it clings to you still. Sorry to say, but you've got the stink of woodsin all about you. One of the tracks that plays here in the Black Shroud area, which I think it's one of the normal battle themes, is actually called Bathed in Woodsin. It sounds way too intense though. It's by Nobuo Uematsu, but it sounds way too intense. I think it's a boss fight music that they used back in 1.0. I think you hear a little bit of it in this, but since we don't get to see the fights, we just see the cutscenes, you might not hear too much of it. But it's a pretty good song. So after all that, you still need to ask if forest elementals truly exist. Whenever the music changes, they go. Did you hear the sound effects like something just flew by? It's weird. That's what I've been trying to tell you. There are elementals in all sorts of things. Rocks, rivers, flowers. They are the unifying force. I even paused it for a while. This guy's mashing through this. They are the unifying force of this entire forest. So, an elemental is like a gigantic, super powerful person? Really? Are you kidding? How have you made it this far in life? They are not to be thought of as individuals of any size. You dolt. Explain to me what part you don't understand. Probably must so condescending. I apologize. I was unaware you had visitors, Brother Oap. My voice is already starting to go hoarse from all the voice acting. Jesus. What is this? Oh shit. No, I cannot. Put that on silent. I hate to impose, but I'd like to make the cleansing of these two a priority, if at all possible. Oh shit, didn't even notice the text changed. Brother Asumi seems to have reason to think they may have been beckoned by the elementals. Beckoned? I assure you they have made no formal contact. Nor would they have. To be beckoned by the elementals means they have deemed you a soul both worthy and capable of carrying out their will. Their intentions are not easily known, however. The elementals answer to none, but they do have their ways. I can't help but think that this might all have something to do with the forest's unrest as of late. Excuse me. There is a presence come to Eorzea, one with the power to change the world forever, and it will visit the wood soon. And you think that might be us? I knew it! My mother always told me I was destined for great things. Still, even we cannot say if the task put to you, if indeed there is one, is good or bad for us. And therein lies the real dilemma. Uh-oh, that means we might be branded enemies. Oh, don't be like that. The two of us wouldn't hurt a fly. We may get in the way and be a bit annoying, and yes, we have been known to bungle even the simplest of tasks, with occasionally disastrous consequences, but we certainly don't... mean to. Can't fault us for that. Yeah, sure. Ida, do you happen to recall that talk we had about knowing when to be quiet? Well, that when is now. Well, be that as it may, a cleansing is needed. Woodsin is not to be taken lightly, something you would do well to remember. I gather it is nigh time we hold the rites. Until then, take care not to enter the forest depths. God knows how much woodsin you've steeped yourselves in. It could well prove your undoing. Still, now that the hedge has been recast, you're not likely to see any more tree ants running rampant. We shall sleep better for the knowing, and thank you for the concern. But you needn't worry, there's still much to occupy us here within the city. Let us take our leave then. The mask is a little freaky. Just a little. Has Brother Asumi taken leave of his senses? Why bring these two to Gridania? No doubt it is far too perilous for them to be roaming lost in the Twelveswood. Is that not reason enough? True. I suppose you have the right of it. My apologies. Went off on a bit of a reverie there, didn't I? Where were we? Ah, yes, of course. We were speaking of the elementals. It's so... The cinematography, or rather just the writing is so weird. Like, they're talking about something, then you hear the whoosh, music changes, something interrupts. And then when it goes away, whoosh, music goes back to normal, and they go, where were we? We left off on this. And you go right back to what you were talking about before that interruption. With, you know, in this case it was Papalymo and Ida. I think that was... It's intentional, obviously, but it's just interesting. I'm not going to say it's a good or bad thing yet. It's an interesting way of writing these scenes that they did. Anyway. They are part of this world, great and powerful. But like this, it's a little jarring how they just go, okay, what were we talking about? Oh, yes. And they just go right back into the conversation, like, as if that interruption didn't happen. Or could have been skipped over. Dude, I'm already getting hella hoarse. The last time I had to read so much was FF9. That was a long time ago. When the hell did we play Final Fantasy 9? That might have been back in December. Jesus. Or January. It's been months. They are part of this world, great and powerful, and they do not oft trouble themselves with the inconsequential affairs of man. They do show themselves from time to time, though. When one beckoned by the wood arrives to hear their bidding, say, or should the Green Wrath be weakened. Those who do not believe in the elementals had best stay clear of the Twelveswood, else it will claim them. It's believed that the wood captures the souls of such sinners, damning them to an eternity as wildlings. Fuck is a wildling? And that's why you do well to take part in the cleansing rites, to purge yourself of all that wood sin and set you right as the rain. Okay. We dance to honor the elementals, and they forgive us our wood sin in turn. Thus absolved, their green wrath will not be stirred. Remember this. The better part of the festival's preparations are made at the Great Lone Growery. I shall notify the botanists of your coming. Once all is ready, they will most likely contact you. Let's be patient until then. Okay. Come in, and welcome to the Great Lone Growery, the very roots of this Gridania. The botanist guild, basically. You must be the adventurer that good Mion spoke of. Come, allow me to guide you to the grounds. Welcome, Encrypted. Encrypted Ducky. I trust you were able to find us without much trouble? Fufucha. I was certain it was you from the instant I saw you. Word travels fleet as wind around here, you know? Shall we get right to it then? What's that? Ah, nobody has told you anything yet? Well, there's not much to it, really. Dance your heart out in the name of the elementals. The steps are ritualized, though, and must be done correctly. So we'll have to wait. We'll have to have you practice a bit before the actual rite. Oh, nice. We're gonna get the dancing mode or something. Or a very specific one, perhaps. Or it's all just gonna be a cutscene, honestly, but, you know. I wanted to play along. These children will be dancing together with you at the forthcoming small harvest. Forestborn all, so their steps are flawless. Just watch them for a bit and do your best to imitate them. Okay. We don't get to see the dance? Nah, I guess not. Sezakura, there you are. I've been waiting. Fufucha and Sezakura. Noticing a bit of a pattern with their names. Sorry for the delay. Let's see what we have then, shall we? Who will be dancing this time around? Now there's a rare bird. Don't give too much away. Sezakura can tell all about you simply by looking at your face. Oh really? Perceptive one, huh? There's been a lot of adventurers around here recently. Same air about them as you've got about you. I dare say you'll make a good many friends should your travels continue. I wonder if you can't speed along this fellow's mask. Rumor is he was attacked by a tree ant. A mask? Is that so? Well then, we will have to hurry, won't we? I wouldn't wish that much woodson on my worst enemy. Come on, there's no time left. I don't see anything else we can do about it. What are these kids talking about? Excuse me, mister. You're an adventurer, right? Fufucha always makes us practice too long. Better to just get it over with and head home, don't you think? Depends on what you're practicing for. We'll help you practice, teach you all the steps, but only if you do us a favor in return. Great. Us adventurers constantly getting taken advantage of like this, huh? I'll give you some sweets. All you have to do is take us to a certain point in the forest. Some sweets. Can you give me candy for this? Oh! Somebody overheard us. You did well, Encrypted. There will be an audience at the right, though. Throngs of people watching your every move. Enough to make your body seize up. It is. That's why you've got to drill and drill and drill until it's second nature and your body... Lost you? Dances of its own accord. Oh, we didn't get to see it then. Fufucha, we promised Encrypted we would help him with his steps for the festival. That's right. We'll make sure he gets the hang of it. You can go back to your duties now if you like. We know you have a lot to do. Oh? It looks like you've attracted a little following already, Encrypted. Very well. I leave his fate in your very capable hands, children. Alright, she's gone. Don't forget, you promised. When you're ready, come meet us southwest of the city, past White Wolf Gate. And hurry! Oh, that's what I missed. If you don't come, we'll tell Fufucha that your dancing is dangerous to our impressionable young minds, and you'll have to practice all by yourself. Good lord. Great, we're in debt to children. Take a look at this map. The place we want you to take us is there. I was about to make a fucking joke, but I realized it would not have been a good one to make at this point. Not yet, anyway. I'll make it eventually. It was an inside joke from a streamer that I watched, so it would have fallen flat here anyway. It's inside jokes, you know. It's not very far. We could make it there all by ourselves if we really wanted to. It's just... if we awaken the Green Wrath, it could be dangerous. We haven't had the small harvest yet, after all. We'll be safe if you're with us. Look! The stump is just over there! Wait here. And for anyone curious, the root of the joke, I can at least tell you that, since I've played Resident Evil games on this channel. It's actually from Resident Evil Outbreak, File 2, where Marvin is like, take a look at this! It's a map of this place before they turned it into, like, back when it was a museum. He's talking about the Raccoon City Police Department station, the building, in Desperate Times, I think it is, the scenario. But yeah, I was gonna make a joke along those lines, but it would have fallen flat here. Unless I explain which streamer I'm talking about, the context of it, yada yada. But I wanted to make it. You there! What are you doing? Who are you? What are you doing? And I'm thinking of Kendo from Resident Evil 2. Jesus Christ. Young ones recruited another adventurer, did they? You shouldn't be here. It ain't safe. Go now and gather your little friends. Hermit of the Wood. Alright, show off. Fine. Why is it everyone is so bloody eager to believe in things they can't even see? What are you referring to? I like how they ran away while still looking back at them. I'm watching you. I like the ambient sound effects. And again, the graphics are pretty decent too. Whew. What's going on here? Kupo! It's a Moogle! My favorite. Such cutesy little things. Little fur balls. Hello there. You didn't happen to see... Who? Oh, Fi passed this way, did you, Kupo? Fluffy Moogle. Who the fuck is Fi? Goodness gracious me! You can understand what I'm saying, Kupo? Oh yeah, that's a bigger revelation, isn't it? Then do us a favor and pass along a message to Fi, yes? Tell her that the mask can't be fixed, because it's simply not broken, Kupo. Naught will come of leaving it here, I'm afraid. Oh. That's gonna be disappointing for someone. Was Fi one of the kids? I didn't check all their names. Should have been paying attention to their names. Uh-oh. The echo's kicking in. You alright then? Dude, hell snuck up on us. Oh no! It's him! Oh! They ran right past him. You little weasels! Out here again begging favors of the Moogles? Is that the way of it? Oh, he's pissed. That kid is like... No, we weren't. Were we? No, nothing of the sort. Don't talk bollocks. I'm not as dim as you look. You've broken something and you've come here hoping to get the Moogles to fix it. Longest pause ever. They usually master the text hella quick. That's not it at all. We only came to leave a letter. He's like, don't tell him. A letter? What bloody letter? A letter to let them know that we will be holding the purification rites soon, and that we'd really like them to come, if they're not too busy. If that don't beat all... I suppose it's only natural for the younglings to want the Moogles to come, but asking won't do the blindest bit of good. Why's that? Didn't your parents ever teach you nothing? There ain't no use in asking favors of the Moogles. We know, but we really, really want them to come this time. More than ever. What are you doing? Why did you tell? No, stop! Please leave it! Please! Excuse me. They came! They came and took the letter! And now we get to see them dancing. What the hell is that dance, dude? I want that emote. What's that? Met a Moogle and had yourself a talk, did you? You mean to tell me you know Moogle speak? Well, yeah. Sort of. What? What did it say? What did it say? Tell us. A message for Fi? Well, I'll be damned. Fi. Fi. Who is that again? God, I'm losing my voice. Tomorrow might have to be a shorter stream because my voice won't work anymore. I'm thinking you might be one of them. Oh, one of them. Emphasis. Time for you lot to bugger off. Oh my god, that was quick. Time for you lot to bugger off home. And don't think your parents won't be hearing about this. No, wait! But it's auto scroll. It wasn't the player that did that. Wait! The slow-mo run. The sad music. I wonder what's happening here. Is it true you were the one who tracked the younglings down? Maybe. Then you have my thanks. The wood beyond the city is fraught with dangers, and the world beyond its borders even more so. If anything were to happen to them... They are a reckless lot, but I suppose all children are. At least they believe the Muggles have taken their litter. They'll always have that. Still, we must keep a closer eye on them from now on. She's as bloody clueless as they are. Can you stop doing that? It's the kids, that's just what they look like. Shut up, asshole. Those who understand Moogle speak are few enough as it is. It wouldn't be proper to impose on you without due payment. Here, take this. I saw the name of the chapter again. Souls Gone Wild. Yep, a Girls Gone Wild reference in this game. What business have you with the Wood Whalers? Speak quickly. If it's this trouble in the wood, the Whalers are looking into it. The Conjurers are involved as well, and we're doing all we can. You wouldn't happen to be encrypted Ducky, would you? Well, why the hell didn't you say so? You didn't ask? I trust you received the message we left with Mion? Then make your way inside. They've likely started the talks without you. Excuse me. So you're the one they found in the middle of the wood when all hells were breaking loose. A pleasure. I gather Oap of Stillglade Fane has told you of the hedge and how it works? Well, it has been broken yet again, though the cause is still unclear to us. You damned adventurers have been known to bring it down in the past, and I for one am of the mind that you've done it again. Gods, what a mess. Understand us, we do not wish to implicate you in this. We seek only to find the perpetrator as swiftly as possible. If not, the consequences will only become more dire. The consequences will be dire. Oh, there's that whoosh again. Something's about to interrupt. Clear the way! Clear the way! It's not just the writing, it is the cinematography. The camera shots, angle changes and everything. They don't really do it this way anymore. It's a very different style from how they do cutscenes in 14 now. God, what did this? A shadow it was. The wood itself came alive and was upon us. A shadow. From the trees, it came and... And? Lost ship? What happened? A wildling. I saw it. Him. It. It was Dunstan. Dunstan? Commander Dunstan? All able bodies pay attention. Carry the injured to the back and tend to their wounds. Has aid been requested from the Conjurers Guild? There is something in the wood far more dangerous than we ever imagined. From now on, only the most capable from among the gods' quiver and conjurers will be sent on rangings. Brief the adventurer on what has occurred, then send him on his way. This way, adventurer, if you would. That name has always sounded so funky to me, adventurer. Even when, what's his name, says it, it sounds so clunky. But I guess what else can you do? Explorer sounds the same. Explorer, adventurer. Traveler just sounds too plain, doesn't it? Not grandiose enough. Anyway, what you hear here is not to be repeated. Talk of the wildlings most of all. The Green Wrath has been stirred by many and more lately, and not just adventurers. It's said those who anger the elementals are claimed by the wood, damned to live out their days wandering its depths. We call those unfortunate souls wildlings, and pity them as we may, they are a danger. So it's kind of like fiends in Final Fantasy X, except those, you have to die first to turn into a fiend. Your spirit basically turns into one. You do well to let others of your kind know this. The dangers of the wood are dark of late. That is all. You may go. Think this starts a new chapter or not yet? Yeah, this is a new chapter. Whispers in the wood. Alright, cool. I'll be right back because I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I did say I got a proper lunch. Oh my god! Levy, I see your little Moogles. Is that because I was talking about the Moogles? I'm guessing it is. Quan 2T Dance. Must be a streamer, I don't know. Sounds familiar. I think you may have talked about them before, though. I love that, those little flashing rainbow colored, changing colors Moogle emoji. Doing a little, like... That's hella cute. Anyway, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's do this. Pick up where we left off. Wrong scene. That's the one. Okay. So, we're in a new chapter, which means, you know, after this scene, did some quests, did some grinding. Next main cutscene, next main story beat, Whispers in the Wood. You look to be getting the hang of how things work around here. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you had half a mind to stay a while. Maybe. That smirk on her face. So let me share a bit of knowledge with you. Okay. Many think the recent influx of adventurers we've seen here is the result of the elementals of the Twelveswood calling out to you. Whether it's the proximity to Garlemald-occupied Alamigo, or the Beast Tribes, or their damned Acons that prompted them, none can say. What we do know is that the wood is allowing more and more intrusions. This latest breaking of the hedge is no isolated incident. With the spirits beckoning so many and the hedge in disarray, I can't help but think it's all an omen of some sort. Hello, hello! It seems like moons since last time, but the saviors of the forest have finally returned. And so you have. Come, come, be welcome. Longest pause ever on that small sentence. What brings the two of you here? You still have yet to undergo the purification rites. Surely you don't mean to employ an adventurer before seeing to your own cleansing. Oh, never mind all that nonsense. But speaking of adventurers, have any come around speaking of waging war on the Empire? I'm sorry. Come again? Gods, Ida! You're a woman grown, and that is how you go about broaching a subject? Have you no tact at all? An innocent enough question. You just caught me off guard, that's all. Anyway, it's not as if I'm averse to answering. No, I've seen no such souls. And even if I had, I'd not allow their warmongering in my establishment. Like all the drawers. All the drawers in the back. On the back wall there. For room keys. It is an inn after all. The conjurers teach us that elementals of the Twelveswood are not instruments of war, and no attempt shall be made to use them as such against the Empire. I expected as much. I fear we may have been fed false information then. Is that so? Oh? And what information is that? That Gridania is indeed making preparations for war with the Garleans. Krim? What is it? You two, why are you here? What are you doing in Gridania? Whoa, he's pissed. You've made everyone think that you were sent for by the elementals, but you're just here to do something bad. Manners, Krim. Whatever's the matter? It was not these two who brought down the hedge. The Mughals themselves vouched for them. You apologize right now. I've heard it all about them being summoned by the forest. Well, if it's true, what did the elementals ask you to do? Go on, tell us. What did they want? Well, it's not that simple, lad. You see, we aren't entirely sure. They didn't ask anything. See? They're just trying to fool everyone. They're liars! But you haven't fooled me. I know what you're up to. What's that? And if you know what's good for you, you'll get out of Gridania right now. What was that all about? I said that just like Claire does. Was it in... Yeah, and Resident Evil Code Veronica X, when Steve has that outburst and she's like, what was that all about? I said it just like her. I must have been channeling that subconsciously. I am sorry for that. You must forgive him. Krim is a good boy, normally. I cannot for the life of me imagine what's come over him. Do you know where we might find young Krim? Sorry about that. He lives over at the Oak Atrium. But please, do not read too much into what he said. He's only a child, after all. True enough. Still, I wouldn't like to leave things as they are. I think it best that we go and have a word with him. We'll show him what it means to cross the saviors of the wood. Come, Papalimo. Are you up for revenge, Ida, or...? Oh, don't be so full of yourself. Ida? Ida, come back here! Ida! She's gone, man. A little run. The will of the elementals. I wonder... You know Moogle speak. Perhaps you can discover something of what the wood is thinking. But first things first. You've got to purge yourself of that wood sin, lest the Greenwrath find you. Ah yes, that reminds me. Your purification mask for the festival should be finished by now. Pay a visit to the Oak Atrium and speak to the carpenters. Her face. Welcome to the Oak Atrium, servicing all of your timber needs, from toothpicks to trebuchets? I don't know what the hell that is. Weapons, furniture, tools, if you can name it, we carpenters can make it. I like how in this game, even the, Disciples of the Land and Hand jobs actually tie into the main story. Kinda cool. But at the same time, that probably means you also had to do some of those just to advance the main story, like I said earlier, with the limbs and stuff. Which that would have turned me off a little bit, because I've said it a million times. I hate crafting and gathering mechanics in any RPG, and it's in so many. We also train aspiring woodworkers in all manner of carpentry, from basic log handling techniques to advanced carving and joinery. Even lay adventurers such as yourself are always welcome to join our guild. And there's no need for concern if your fingers are somewhat less than dexterous. With proper training, your skills will grow over time, as surely as the trees themselves. Ah, there you are, Encrypted. I was wondering when you would arrive. Your mask for the purification rite is nearly finished. Come, try it on to test the fit. Glad they reused that in Realm Reborn. It's kinda cool. Is there some problem? I assumed Fufucha had explained everything. No, we don't know what the fuck's going on. What's up? The purification rite is a kind of, well, transference is what the conjurers call it. You see, dancing in the name of the elementals expunges wood sin by transferring it to the dancer's mask and binding it there magically. So that's how you're purified. You put all the evil, the wood sin, into the mask, away from yourself. They say you were attacked by a tree ant, so I imagine you've got quite a bit of wood sin about you. That is why we fashioned this mask for you. Please, try it on. Okay. Let's go for it. Perfect, of course. I only hope it serves its purpose as well as it fits. Whew, shit. Excuse me. Ah, forgive me. I do not mean to give you cause for concern. I was just reminded of another purification mask we kept enshrined here at the atrium. Like this one, but much older. It failed us once. Heard a door open. Oh, hello there, Phi. Oh, that's Phi. Okay. Where have you... Phi, were you off in the 12s again? How many times must I tell you? I doubt even the Muggles could restore that mask's power. Have you seen Krim? Outside at play, I imagine. My apologies, Encrypted. I have forgotten my manners. I should have introduced you. But Phi can be quite shy around strangers. Seen her in the wood before, you say? What's that? A message from a Moogle. Well, that certainly warrants an introduction. Go along and tell her, then. She has gone to the Acorn Orchard just outside. Give it up! I've been trying to tell you. It doesn't matter how much you look. My parents and your brother are gone. Do you hear me? Gone! That's harsh. What the hell are you guys talking about? Why are you saying that? The Wood Whalers said they saw them. Do you really think your Dunstan was turned into a wildling? I don't want to, but I don't know what to think. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I'm making a mask now, too. A purification mask. I'm making masks now, too. Okay. If I make a really good one, it might be able to save Dunstan. Just like Zizakudo was saying. You make it sound like the elementals even exist. Pardon me. That didn't come out right. It's trying to go pfft. But damn. Hey! You used to believe in the elementals too. Just like everyone else. Why are you talking like this now? What is it, Krim? What are you hiding? You can tell me. Wait, Krim! Krim! Who are you? Encrypted? You're an adventurer, aren't you? I can tell. My name's Phi. A message from me? From a Moogle? You can speak to the Moogles? This is just like that other time. So there wasn't anything wrong with the mask after all. But wait, I don't understand. Everyone blamed the failure of the mask for turning Krim's parents and my brother into wildlings. That was why they couldn't get rid of their woodsin. That's what I thought too. So something else is going on, perhaps? Clearly things are not as they seem. Could you do me a favor, Encrypted? If you see another Moogle in the forest, could you ask it something for me? I need to know if there's any way to get back a person who's been taken by the wood. I need to know if a wildling can be saved. You have my sincere apologies. I will have a talk with Krim about it, I promise you. We foster many of the city's orphan children here, and Krim is... well, he has always been a strong-willed child. His parents fell victim to the Green Wrath and have been lost ever since. I cannot imagine how hard it must be for him. And the worst part of it all? He doesn't know why. That must only add to the pain. Still, it does not excuse the manner in which he spoke to you, nor his accusations. The boy's anger leads him to do these things. No. The boy's anger leads him to do things, blaspheming the elementals, quarreling with the other children. I only wish there were some way to guide him. That's pretty difficult. Considering all the shit he's been through. Whew. Excuse me. Speaking. Maybe I overate a little. Getting the itis. Whatever that is. That might have just been for that fucking TV show. But yeah, it's probably also last night catching up with me. Anyway. Mostly the food though. My belly's pretty full right now. His parents, why weren't they purified in this rite of yours before going into the wood? Oh, but they were. All saw that they were. A large ceremony took place not long before they disappeared. Scarcely a soul in the city was not present. But the mass used that day, it failed to cleanse them. For whatever reason, failed to take on their wood sin. I wasn't aware such a thing could happen. Tell me, is it possible the same thing could happen to us? Or anyone? No. We are creating new masks for you. Brother Asumi has assured us that the mask in question was old, worn with age and use. Its powers faded. And besides, one does not become a wildling without doing something to wake the Green Wrath. Krim's parents, Sigurd and Una, and Fi's brother, Dunstan. They were among Gridania's finest warriors. They all fought nobly against the Garleans occupying Ala Mhigo. A necessary evil, I suppose. Yet all that violence doubtless served to compound their wood sin. They must have been very brave souls. We shan't keep you any longer, Sesakura, and we look forward to seeing you again at the festival. Wildlings claimed by the wood, is it? This I should very much like to see. I'm sorry. Where was I? Ah yes, the mask. I will be sure and give it to you before the ceremony. These are holy relics, so we must see to it they are properly cleansed and handled with due reverence prior to use. I think you can also pronounce that reverence. That's why I paused, because I was like, do you say reverence or reverence? I think reverence probably sounds better in that context, but I don't know. Some people say the elementals aren't even real. Now, don't you talk that mess. Shut up, shut up, shut up! You shouldn't say things like that. See, that's their version of saying what I just said. What are you on about? Of course they're real. You tell him, pal. But wait, how do you know? If they weren't real, how would we all know about the forest? Grown-ups learn that stuff from the elementals. I think he said, how would we know all about the forest? I said it wrong. I think I said, how would we all know? No, it's how would we know all about the forest? Honestly. You have to believe in them or else they'll come and take you away and make you a wildling and you'll have to wander the forest forever. Classic horror tale made to scare kids. Like, it sounds a lot like that, basically. So many different cultures and communities and societies have something like that for kids. If you don't believe in this, or if you know, if you're not aware of this, or if you go into the woods at night, some creature, some supernatural creature will come take you away. It's all just a form of social control. Get the kids to, you know, not wander off at night or go into dangerous areas. But still, some of those stories are over the top. I'm talking about IRL stuff. Like, there's some stories that I'm just like, why do you scare the shit out of kids like this? It's fucked up. Like, they go too far. Some of them, but whatever. I digress. That's neither here nor there. Nicolau. Oh look! It's encrypted! Uh-oh, they saw us. Like, 90% of the time in this game, we're eavesdropping on people, I've just noticed. Encrypted saw Moogle in the forest. It asked him to give a message to Fi. Really? Sorry. Couldn't stop that one. I see her in the forest sometimes too, and I hear the grown-ups talking about her. They say Fi is sad because the elementals are real. Shush now, children. Brother Asumi has come to visit, so be on your best behavior. Okay. I believe you were just talking about Fi, were you not? That's right. Encrypted talked to her in the wood. Fi? She spoke to you? Well, yeah. Sort of. I keep quoting Leon from Resident Evil 4 every time I say that. The Twelves Wood is ill at ease now. The elementals are frightened. There are many outsiders and wildlings besides. Yet I fear these are merely pieces to a far greater puzzle. Trouble's coming. Pray tell me, Encrypted, if I ask anything of you? I see. So she wishes to ask the Moogles if a wildling can be returned from the forest's grasp. We have to find the Moogles! Yeah, the Moogles know everything. Fufucha, pray, have you any pearl clover fruits? Begging your pardon, Brother Asumi, but no. We handed them all over to the Wood Whalers to use on their rangings. That is unfortunate. Well, I fear we shall simply have to impose on good Encrypted here to find some for us. Your map, if I may? Here you go. Pearl clover fruits tend to be easily found around there. Look at that subtle, tiny-ass quest marker. It's right here. Little question marks. Right next to Lifeman's stump. Which I think was that place... That stump with that weird circle. That decorated circle around it. Because it is in Realm Reborn too. So I remember what it looks like. This map is crazy. It must have taken forever to get around in this place. Look at this shit, dude. Look at this. What is all this? It's a fucking labyrinth. My god, how did you get around in those days? Our dear Moogles have a known penchant for these pearl clover fruits, you see. The promise of them may be your best chance of luring the Moogles out of hiding. Okay. But you must be careful not to enter the deep wood. Your woodsin has yet to be purged. Venture too far and the Greenwrath will find you. Go now, and be wary. Might I have a nibble of that pearl clover fruit, Kupo? Just a wee nibble? It worked. Pudgy Moogle. Nice. So he's a little pudgy. Here you go. Oh my god, that's so cute! He's just like... Then he wipes his face off. That was adorable. Thank you, and thank you again. Such a nice adventurer. What is your name? Encrypted. A fine name, splendid and fine. And are you... Hey, you understand what I'm saying, Kupo? You didn't realize that when I handed you the food when you asked for it? Save a wildling? You mean one taken by the Green Wrath, Kupo? Taken and claimed? Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't bother the elementals, but you did share your delicious fruit. Yeah, so get to it, fool. Very well, come along, Kupo. No sense in dallying. We'll go and ask the ancient trees. Ancient and old. Let's see here. There he goes. God, Moogles are so cute. I want a plushie that looks like that. Thing is, the only plushies you can buy from Square Enix right now don't look exactly like that. They look more like the FF6 Moogles. And it's a little... They're not as cute. I wish I could have one of those plushies, but, you know. For now, this whole guy will have to do. Little snaky snake over here. You'll have to do, buddy. Don't worry. Don't love you any less, alright? Don't get jealous of the Moogles. Shit, he fell over. Oh well. Not that tree, Kupo. See? It's been wounded. A bad child took an axe to it. A very bad child. That's the best they could do for a... Let me see that again. Oh my god! It's basically just a JPEG on top of the fucking tree. I like it. Damn. Shows the game's age quite well, at least. Someone's still chipping away at it? What the fuck? Sounds like someone's knocking on wood. Oh yeah. Well, now we know who the culprit is. Dude's trying to chop it down. Who are you? Forgot about me already? Excuse me. An adventurer by the looks of it, and not much of one. I don't need your help. Leave me be. Why does everyone think we're just trash? Ah, you're not much of one. You're broke. You're starved. Everybody just looks at us like a little beggar adventurer who's broke as hell. What the Kupo do you think you're doing? This tree's elemental is furious. What the Kupo? Really? I love the writing in this game. I said it before. An axe in the wood? Cease and desist, Kupo. Cease and desist. You understand what it's saying? Yeah. It says stop trying to chop the damn tree down. Then tell that little runt something for me. Tell it I'm gonna prove that the elementals aren't real. Oh, god damn it. But they are real, Kupo. Wherever did he get a silly idea like that? Tell him they're real. He's so cute. It's saying that they do exist, right? Yeah. Nothing but lies. I know for a fact. I saw them. Long ass pause chant. My parents, Phi's brother, and all the rest. I saw them. All of them. They were living in the forest together, hiding. All the stories about Green Wrath and wildlings, they were all lies. Oh shit. Does he mean the people staying at the ruins, Kupo? The rocky, stony ruins? Look how cute he is. I can't get over it. I tried to tell everyone that I saw them, but nobody listened to me. They just ignored me and kept on thinking they were wildlings. They believe anything if you say the elementals did it. And they won't even look because they say it's taboo. Instead, they just wonder what they must have done to be claimed by the forest. But they never did anything to hurt the wood. All they did was abandon us. Me and Phi and all the other children. No wonder he's mad. Hey, you in there? Stupid bloody elemental? Come out! Come out and show me your green wrath! Come out, you old bastard! See, that joke I have made several times. It has nothing to do with another streamer. Quoting Ryder from GTA San Andreas. I don't know what's going on, Kupo, but the elementals are real. And they do whatever they must to protect the forest. I'm gonna be pissed at this kid trying to chop down this tree. This is bad, Kupo. Very, very bad. I must try and talk to the elementals. I must try and make things right. You okay, buddy? Where were we, Koopa? See what I mean? Ah, yes! Tell me this wildling's name. The one you wish to save. Rescue and save. It's like he's acting like nothing of what we just saw just happened. It's just, and all of a sudden he comes back and he's like, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, this one thing, like just completely ignoring the past like 15 minutes. Not really, it hasn't been that long, but still. It's definitely intentional. I don't know what they were trying to do with the plot here, but what they're trying to do with the plot, but like it's so interesting how they just let me go do this. He comes back. Oh yeah, what were we talking about again? Oh, that's right. You know, it's like pretending the kid was never here, like that fucking gash in that fucking tree isn't there. Oh yeah, you were telling me this, yada yada. Like, well, it's interesting. You know, it keeps the story interesting the way they're doing this. Dunstan, is it? Brother to one named Phi? Why, Kupo? Ah, truly, Kupo? What's that, Kupo? Yes. Cleansing a wildling is not easily done, Kupo. The conjurers must perform their cleanses. Purges and cleanses, rituals and rites. But there's more. The elementals have something to ask of you. Oh, to ask of you as well. Me in particular. Tell the hero girl, the one named Phi, to stop wandering the wood, Kupo. Do you know what they're talking about, Kupo? Well, it matters not. It has already been asked. And now, if you'll excuse me, there are countless tasks to which I must attend, Kupo. Shit! I should have bribed him with another one of those... What was that thing again? What did we bribe him with? I kind of forgot what the fuck it was. You must be the adventurer Fufucha spoke of. Fufucha. I can't even say this dude's name. Opaltil? You say you came across another Moogle? Yeah, they love me. I run across them all the time. A Moogle? These certainly are good tidings. They're a capricious lot, and gaining an audience with them is notoriously tricky. You have an air of luck about you, that you do. Tell me, were you able to inquire about the wildlings? What did you learn? Aye, I feared as much. Only a fool would imagine quelling the green rat to be a simple task. Brother Asumi suspected as much as well, but perhaps he thought you would be able to accomplish something extraordinary. You are one of the few who have befriended Phi, after all, and that is no small task. Really. What? What did you just say? The elementals asked you to talk to Phi? They asked you? But that would mean... You're one of those beckoned by the forest, by the elementals. Your being here is no coincidence. 1 second. There we go. But what could it all mean? The conjurers must be told of this immediately. A little run. Let me check my time. What's just left? This. Only if I didn't pause, which unfortunately I have to. The text goes by too fast. I'll go a little over then. Fuck it. The will of the Archers Guild is that of the Elementals, to punish all who would visit harm upon the wood. Oh, the intro to the Archers Guild. Join our ranks, adventurer. In return for your service, you shall learn the ways of the bow. What say you? Come again? Encrypted? So you are. You may enter. Yeah, I'm just here on a special assignment, don't worry. I'm not here to take up a new job class. Well, maybe I can do that too, but it's not my primary purpose. I want to ask you a series of questions. I want you to answer them immediately. Who is your daddy? And what does he do? Oh wait, wrong piece of media. That's from a movie. Even you do not know? Lewin. I fear I do not. The elementals are at great unrest. Their voices have become hurried, their whispers unintelligible. The Mughals do all in their power to soothe them, but they are in the grip of a great terror. Ah, it's good of you to come, Encrypted. It'd be funny if their first name was Ducky. Good of you to come, Ducky. We meet at last. I am Lewin, Guildmaster here. I run this rabble of Chocobo's asses what call themselves archers. Okay. I hear it told the elementals have asked you to deliver a message to Phi. It seems they've entrusted you with the task of saving her. So they have. As you've come this far, I will tell you what we know, but I require that you speak none of it beyond these halls. Understood? Excuse me. We discovered who it was that brought down the hedge. We failed to capture the perpetrator, but we know now that our suspicions were correct. The man is Forestborn, but was exiled from Gridania years ago. Suffice it to say, he erred in the past and brought the Green Wrath for it. Oh no, I said bought. Bought the Green Wrath for it. To this day, his wood sin continues to grow and fester, and with it the elementals desire to bring about his end. Truly, I have rarely seen them so wroth, and yet he will not relent. They want to bring about his end. They want to kill him. Dunstan, he is named, and it is his sister Phi he seeks. No doubt he means only to help her. My men tell me that you have already made the acquaintance of Phi. This is why I have summoned you. We need your strength, Encrypted, for Phi's sake and for Dunstan's. If you should see anything queer in the Twelveswood, make it known at once. Gotcha. Anything strange or suspicious? I'll go straight to you guys. Suspicious? What are we in, some gumshoe novel now? How have we not found the bastard? We've combed every bloody elm of the Twelveswood, yet the unrest of the elementals continues. I don't know why that made me laugh. How have we not found the bastard? The fault lies with me, I fear. It was I who was unable to deter Dunstan from entering the forest. Still, I beg of you, Lewin, leave Phi to me. You? Ah, yes, I suppose Mion did mention you might come stumbling along. So, you have a mind to take part in the tanging, do you? The hell is a... Oh, arranging. God, what? I keep mixing up T's and R's in the type font that they use. Oh, we're in a new chapter, too. Of course, some time has passed. Beacon of the Elementals is this chapter. That's the last one for Gridania's intro. Well, I'm in no position to refuse help, however meager. Dunstan will stop short of nothing to get what he wants. He must be found. See how they always constantly diss us, low-key? He's like, I'm in no position to refuse help, however meager. Assholes. They're calling us trash. Lord Lewin. Trouble in the wood. Where? The Western Hedge? Pause, Chan. Make ready all units. Depart immediately. I feel a great disturbance in the forest, as if millions of voices suddenly cried out in terror. The elementals. Okay. Maybe that's too much. We must leave at once. Right on, Pepsi Man. Let's go. This freaking place is on fire! I'm gonna burn this motherfucker down. Oh shit. He did it. Did he? Did he set this fucking tree on fire? He's an arsonist! It's a little psychopath in the making.
Grim!
Oh good, I can rest. All voiced over. Oh, it's Easter.
I get it! No!
The outsiders!
Oh shit!
Stand down!
Not Grim. He wouldn't.
He's got the torch in his hand. It's pretty incriminating. Kupo! No, it's too late! This cannot be undone, Kupo! Maybe the cute mortals making me have to voice act at least a little bit in these voiced over scenes. I don't know what's up over. What is that?
The Green Wrath is awoken. The spirit comes.
Oh, you Pepsi Man. You can fix this. It's a very similar sprite they use for the animal weapons. Jesus. The animal weapons in Heaven's Word, for those who are wondering.
Brother Asumi.
That's the music I was talking about. That was a boss fight, but, you know, we're just watching. They're just showing the cutscene, so we don't get to see the fight. And we don't get to hear the kick-ass music! Fuck! It's on Spotify, though, for anybody who wants to hear it. Pretty sure it's probably on YouTube as well. All the 1.0 music, I mean. Which is really good. Is he frozen in time or something? Pray tend to the boy. He might be screwed. He tried to set the forest on fire and burn the motherfucker down. He might be fucked. This bodes ill. Aye, that it does. The Green Wrath has been awakened before by the strike of a spark, and it brought about an end of the elemental's vigil over Gridania. Of the elemental's vigil over Gridania, okay. I think I said it right. At length they forgave us the fire, but none shall forget the loss of life that was suffered. Almost thought that said suffered. Keep confusing the R's with T's in this. It must not come to that. Not again. Something about this type font and the size of it fucks with me. Seek out Phi, Encrypted, as the elementals have asked of you. Something tells me you will not meet with much difficulty in finding her. And now it is I who asks a favor of you. Even if found, Dunstan and Phi will not be out of harm's way, nor will we. The wrath of the elementals will continue. It is best that they leave Gridania and the Twelveswood altogether. Please. Oh, that was another line. Please, Encrypted, convince them of this. I'm sorry, you're searching for a home? Phi? Please, do not speak that name to me. Such a tragedy, what that lass has been put through. I do not wish to be reminded. You've come to ask about Phi and Krim, have you not? And with good reason. Come, let us speak. Okay. So it was Phi's brother Dunstan who brought down the hedge after all. Cannot imagine how lonely Phi must have been. Suppose it was only natural for her to wish to bring her brother back, even if he were a wildling. Phi and Krim were always close since before they could walk. He made every effort to help her forget the past and look forward. It's to that end he insisted the elementals didn't exist, and why he sought to burn down that tree. All for her sake it was. But surely even you have come to see the truth of it by now. The elementals are very real. His soul was soaked in woodsin and woke the Green Wrath. It was certain the boy would become a wildling himself were something not done to save him. Yeah. Poor kid. Wow, I paused a lot on this one. Zetsukuta, is it true? Is the force gonna take Krim away from me too? Oh, great. Now she's gonna fall into even deeper despair. Oh, dear child. Hush now. Krim is well, sweetling. Quite well. Shh. He's with the conjurers now. They'll take good care of him, you'll see. Brother assuming the Muggles will set things right with the elementals. I tried to go into the wood last night to find my brother. But Krim stopped me. He said he would find Dunstan and talk to him for me. Krim went to see Dunstan? But how could he find him? I have to know. I just have to. I need to see Dunstan too. Excuse me. I'm sorry, child, but you cannot. You must not. Not yet. The forest is far too angry. It is not safe for you. The conjurers are not allowing any to enter the wood without the consent of the Seed Seers. What? Brother Oap wishes for Phi to persuade Dunstan to leave the forest? Yeah. But that simply cannot be. Surely you are mistaken. Zetsukuta! Wait here. I shall look into this. It's all my fault. Krim went to give Dunstan the mask I made. He even found the wood for me to make it, because I couldn't do anything. I was just crying and crying and now the elementals are gonna take him away from me too. Just like they did my brother. It isn't fair! Poor thing. I like how helpless we are too. We don't know shit about what to do to help him. We're just standing there like, damn. That sucks, kid. It's fucked up. Fi, dear, hush now. All will be well, you'll see. Run along now, back to your room. Oh, gods be good. This ordeal grows more painful with each passing moment. Krim was brought back from the very brink of death. The conjurers of Stillglade fain summoned forth all their powers in the rite of cleansing to save him, so great was the wood sin upon him. Jesus, that was a hell of a sentence. If you wish to know more of what happened that day, you must ask the conjurers themselves. Whether they will choose to answer your queries, I cannot say. I have not the heart to speak on these matters any longer. Pray leave a weary old man to his rest. This whole thing's been pretty tragic so far. Well met, Encrypted. Pray tell me, were you able to find and speak with Fi? Well, yeah. Sort of. I can't help myself, I keep doing that. I see. So she is attempting to fashion a mask for her brother, a purification mask. And her purpose is clear. She meant for him to take part in the purification rite. What has become of Krim, you ask? You speak of the boy who set fire to the hedge tree? He... Wildling! Wildling! But how? It's Dunstan. How do they know that for sure? Oh shit! Because it's actually him. But he's not a... I mean, he still looks human. Unless they mean something else by Wildling. Well, we found him. It's Dunstan! The saviors of the wood return, and we've caught your dreaded wildling. Pray tell us, where might we find Brother Isumi? He is within, but... Please, do all that you can to save this man, as you are doing for Krim. Come. That fucking walk. They look like they're possessed by something. It's like kind of like a zombie walk. It's weird. Look, see, they all do it. Everyone. All fells are the only ones who walk at a like decently normal pace. There it is again. It's like they're walking in a trance. So you have returned to us, Dunstan. Forgive me, Brother Isumi. Forgive me 1,000 times. I did not intend to... Do not apologize. There are some here who are glad to see you returned. Are you aware that your sister has been searching for you tirelessly? The poor child has been beside herself with worry. None of us were able to deter her, not even Krim. She is a strong girl, Fi. Stubborn, to be sure, but strong. We have held council and decided that a grand rite will be held to reclaim you from the forest. A grand rite indeed, and I imagine Dunstan will have rather a grand tale to tell afterwards. Brother Isumi, I don't have the words to thank you. Still, I cannot say with certainty whether Krim's wood sin can be cleansed or no. Oh shit. To do so, Dunstan, in the end, I fear it may cost you your life. Jesus Christ. This is getting dramatic. I wouldn't think you the type to kill to keep secrets, good brother. You'd have to kill Papalymo and me as well, no? Oh, did I not mention? We know everything. Gridania intends to wage war against the Empire. We have come here to observe the army with which you mean to do so. So they were lying about not actually knowing why. They were hiding how much they actually knew about what was going on, apparently. Secret agents over here. I am well aware of this, and far more. But it is for no army's sake that Dunstan may be forced to give his life. To save Krym, his green wrath must be quieted. To do so may require us to give one to the elementals in his place, should they demand it. Like a human sacrifice, then? Give up one life to save another? And that soul must be one who played a hand in that same damning act. One who bears responsibility, just as Krym himself. No, it was all my fault. It should have been me. The boy's Woodson should have been mine all along. The grand rite will be held. All should see to the necessary preparations at once. And speak nothing of this until after the ceremony. This rite is of the utmost importance, and we can afford no more distractions. It may well determine the safety of Gridania, and mayhap its fate. After the grand rite, I will tell you all that you wish to know, but only after. Sophia has come, has she? Pains me to say, but I'm afraid we cannot permit her to see Krym for now. The boy set flame to a hedge tree of the Twelvewood. Much has happened in a short time, and the forest is restless and frightened. The green wrath of the elementals is at its height. There is much to be done, but come, you must meet with Dunstan. I will summon him. Man, this got tragic quick. That trance walk. I would like for you to meet Dunstan, brother of Phi. Who is this man, Brother Oap? This is Encrypted, a dear friend to your sister, Phi. I think he may be able to help you a great deal. A friend of Phi's is a friend of mine. It is an honor to meet you, Encrypted. We are thinking to have Dunstan here take a part in the purification rites. Secretly, of course. By all rights, he should not even be in Gridania. Should the townsfolk discover he is planning to attend the ceremony, it would cause an outcry. His mere presence would seem to them to invite disaster. But if he is present, then there is a chance of he and Phi meeting. And that, Encrypted, depends entirely upon you. The rites are about to commence. Encrypted, should you see Phi again, please tell her. Tell her that her brother is waiting for her. Is that what he said? Yeah. Forgive my bluntness, Dunstan, but of you I ask only this. Do nothing to sully the ceremony. Encrypted, you've come, and just in time. The rites are about to begin. I can't wait for the festival to start. I can't wait. Okay, now he's going faster again. Oh, just said I can't wait twice. Oops. Please be patient for just a little longer. We will all go forth together when the time comes. around. Okay. Almost there. Pretty close. Look, look! Moles! They came! They came! I knew they would come! I just knew it! They're so fluffy! They are really fluffy and cute. I can't get over them. Hello again, Encrypted. The Elementals have a message for you. They certainly do. What do they got? What do they got? The great Arbor Spirit of Evershade has spoken. We have listened. Those beckoned by the forest are here as messengers of Nilfika herself, to bring the words of the matron to all. Messengers of Nilfika? Another 12. You. Don't look at me like that. I think we're seeing... What the hell? Actually, I don't know what the hell just happened. Where'd everyone go? I see you have a mask. Will you be dancing too? What's that? Dunstan? My brother? He's here? All those participating in the cleansing, please gather at the stage. Again, all those participating in the cleansing, please gather at the stage. Got her mask on. It looks like you have to go now. No sweat, kid. We'll be fine. It looks interesting. Oh, that's why it looks weird. She's not wearing her hat. She had to take it off because the hat has a mask on it, so she could put on the actual mask. Ida there. So that's what her hair looks like. She's got a little headband. I wonder if it will work, this dancing to wash away the wood sin. They're definitely not giving us a chance to see Ida's face, are they? Ours? Or theirs? Theirs, you lackwit! Well, whether it does or no, we must still reveal their secret. Excuse me. We must show everyone what they and the Elementals have been attempting to hide. Look at how small and cute Papalimos' mask is, because he's a Lalafell. It's like all... It's like really compressed. He's still frozen. Jesus. It's gotta be very unnerving to see. Doing some kind of chant. That text box is still there. Jesus. Thou shalt not pass! I don't know, I'm trying to fill in what he might be saying. Dunstan! Did he just drop dead? Look! Someone's there! I don't want to keep your stupid secret anymore. All Fi ever does is look for Dunstan. She's gonna keep wandering the wood no matter what I say. Oh, we're seeing a scene of the past. Krim's past. Easy, son. Easy. We have a duty to fulfill. You know that. When it is done, then we can return home. But no sooner. Sigurd. That must be Una. But you don't even know if you'll live to make it back. Take us with you. Me and the other children. Tell them the truth, too. We won't tell anyone else, I swear. Yeah, then they're gonna wonder where all the kids went. Yeah, that is Una. There it is. We've been through this before, Krim. I'm sorry, but we can't. Someday you'll understand. However hard it may seem to believe now, you will soon learn that some things matter more than happiness. I know it's difficult, sweetling, but our task is simply too important. None can know of it. Jesus, what exactly are they doing? I know, but at least let Dunstan stay. If he doesn't... Oh, shit! Krim. Krim, what are you doing? Everyone you left behind is living a lie. I'm gonna show them that the elementals don't exist. That there is no Woodson, no Greenwrath, no Wildlings. That there's no reason to cry for you all. I fucking went crazy. He's gonna burn this motherfucker down. If you're not Wildlings, then at least you might come back someday. I'm gonna give them that hope. He was fucking serious. He did it. Krim, no! You bloody fool! What have you done? Set the fucking forest on fire. Come, we must go. We cannot fight the elementals here. What are you saying? He is our son. We can't. Shut your bloody mouth, woman. We go. Jesus. That was harsh. And then that walk. That walk doesn't look very urgent. You'd think they would have at least ran away. Oh, fuck! They crashed into each other and then they all kind of traveled into the past briefly and came back out. Dunstan! Dunstan! He is safe, child, thanks to you. That mask you made had a great deal of love in it. He survived. And miracles do occur, it would seem. Yep, he's back. What happened? Krim! Please tell me you just saw all that too. How does she already have her other mask and hat back on? It wasn't a dream, because I don't dream. Or at least I never remember them if I do. You don't remember them, because we all dream. Maybe it was a vision. Like the kind the cultists say you see if you eat Moogle flesh during a full moon. What the fuck? They eat the poor little furballs? Pinch me, Papalino. I do believe I may be dead again. Dead again? No, this is no great beyond, Ida. It was the past we saw. 12 be good, it was the past! By some strange power. Or someone's. Also, he has his monocle back on, too. Uh-oh, they're looking at us. They know. They're like, there's something special about that one. Why'd you pass me the rasher? Oh, this again, just like in Limsa. It seems it happened everywhere at the same time.
I'm frightened.
All will be well, sweetie.
They just want us.
A beautiful meteor shower. Gods be good. Meh. Just meh. It doesn't give a shit. The elementals. They cry out in fear. So it has begun then. I just pray it is not the beginning of the end. They're falling towards the lake, Papalimo. Are you thinking what I'm Do you need even ask? We should have stopped it and we didn't. It has begun. The winds of change have already swept over Eorzea. We are only just now realizing it. The echo has sounded. Oh. And nothing can stop it now. You dolt! Don't be so quick to give up! I just realized why they call it the echo. One reason. You and I might still be able to stop it. We can find a way like we always do. We can do anything! I knew I kept you around for a reason, Ida. Come on, then. Yeah, to pick you back up when you start getting depressed and mopey. There's the big-hearted little runt I know. Speaking of the echo. Jesus. That actually made my eyes feel weird. You there! Oh shit, I didn't see that. Can you hear me? Wake up! Now! Bloody echoes rattled him good and proper. I'd better find someone who knows the poor bugger. Okay, there's a nice break here. I was gonna say, I think one of the things they were going for, calling it the echo. Obviously, this is not necessarily tied to the story, or maybe it was intentionally, or maybe originally it was. The music we keep hearing in the background, the way it echoes. I think that was meant to be tied into the whole thing, in a way. The music being, of course, Answers. That's the name of the song. Thank you, Levy, for confirming that for me. We keep hearing that theme song in the background, and it echoes across the sky, usually at the beginning of these intros, when you first make your character and start the game. And that might just be like a small piece, like a small metaphorical piece for it, you know, referring to that. But the echo itself, within the story, obviously has a much deeper purpose that has nothing to... It might have nothing to do with hearing that music in the background. But it might. Or it might have, with whatever story they had intended originally. Because you gotta remember that 1.0, what we're watching right now, was under the hands of completely different developers and writers, as far as I know. Developers, yes, I don't know about the writers if they stayed on for Realm Reborn and all that, but I know they sort of adapted and changed the story a little bit after 1.0, or maybe a lot more than we think. I don't know. So this might not be a thing anymore, but hearing the music in the background, your character obviously hears it too. That's why they look up in the sky when you hear the lyrics of the song playing. It probably has something to do with that, aside from helping you travel into the past temporarily and see things. And it obviously has something to do with that meteor shower. Good to see you awake at last. Are you in much pain? It's alright. You're here, at the roost. It was the green wrath, more than like. You dropped like a brick in the middle of the cleansing rite. Oh, and by the way, your friend saw to your expenses. They paid for my room? Nice. He did a lot more for you by the looks of it. You may want to thank him when you're feeling up to it. He asked that I give you a message as well. He said that if you happen to find yourself in Ul'dah, you should pay a visit to the Waking Sands in the Merchant's Ward. See, this is where the stories are starting to converge. If you've a mind to head there, you need only follow the lumber line south. Now just you take care, alright? That's it then. And now begins the Ul'dah intro, which is probably just going to go straight into the next chapter of the main story where all 3 city-state storylines converge into one and becomes linear. So that it no longer matters where you made your character. Cool. So I'm guessing that'll probably be this. And then around here is where the stories converge and you see all the way to the end. Right on. Alrighty, folks. I went over by another 15 minutes from what I intended, but I think we're good. We're good for now. And by the way, I was in full screen, so I couldn't see the chat. I'm going to check it right now. First time chat from viewer Crimson Arrival. Oh, hey! I don't know if you're still here, Crimson, but hello. SFH Trumpet. Probably another stream ride. Oh, it's right there. The channel's right there, okay. Well, good to see you, Crim. I don't know if you're still here, but thanks for coming by. I appreciate the support. That might have been like an hour ago for all I know. I was entrenched in there. So I think on that note, might as well say this now. I think what I'm going to do from this point on, because I just barely started remembering how I used to do this when we were watching a YouTube video of you know, previous Final Fantasy game, whatever. When I wasn't playing the game and we were instead watching the story on YouTube, what I used to do, especially when there was a lot of reading and I had to go full screen and stuff, I would have... No, not you. This little guy wanted some more airtime. I would have my tablet over here, and I would open my chat over there, so I can actually see it and stay in full screen over here. Which is imperative, because then you guys can see it in full screen. Because if I wanted to read chat right now, just using my computer screen, we'd have to watch like this. Which is jank as hell. You know, I'd rather put it like this, in full screen. But then I can't read the chat, so that's what I'm going to do. It'll be back like in the old days when we watched the playthrough of FF1 through 6. God, that was back in October. Jesus, I've been doing this for a long time. This guy's only been here for part of it. Anyway. So yeah, I'm going to set my tablet up here, and so then next time, for the next stream, because I'm wrapping this one up now, I'll be able to see when anybody comes in, and be able to say hi and talk. So if I missed your message, I apologize to everyone who might have come by to say hi, and I wasn't here. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I have my tablet over here, and we're going to be watching whenever I'm reading or not having to, whatever. I'll just glance over here once in a while, and then I'll see if anybody's saying anything in chat. So, but like I said, that's it for now. I'm done. This was quite a long stream, much longer than I intended it to be. But I appreciate the support, Levy. I'm looking at you. I just saw that you chatted. So unfortunately, animated emotes like that, I'm probably not going to be able to see. I'll see the the words for it, but in order to actually see them, I'll have to switch back to my chat screen here on the PC, because my tablet's not going to load them, unfortunately. Unless... Actually, no, the only ones it doesn't load are the Better Twitch TV ones, I think. And the Franker Facey ones, but the other ones should load fine, actually. Anyway, whatever, I'm rambling. I gotta wrap this up. Alright, folks, that's it for me. My voice is hoarse. Tomorrow might be a pretty short stream, because I might not be able to talk. This has happened before. This happened when we started like Final Fantasy 1 and 2. And then my voice got used to the work and it started lasting longer, and this didn't happen anymore. But again, I haven't been having to read things out loud and do voiceover work for this Final Fantasy marathon I've been doing since Final Fantasy 9. 10 and 12 pretty much voiced themselves, and so did 13. So, and 10 too. So yeah, my voice is gone now. So I gotta go take a break and all that stuff. So as always, I appreciate the views, subscribes, follows on YouTube and Twitch respectively. I appreciate everyone who came by to watch live, including you, Levy, and Crimson, though I think Crimson probably left already. I don't know when they left that message. And yeah, as always, please take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, look after each other, and until next time, please have yourselves a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Until we see each other again, peace. Somebody's already looking for me. I'm going to put on the outro music. And look, I already have it. There. So I don't have to go pulling it up. Alright, everyone. See y'all later. Take care, y'all.